Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. Today we are going to discuss a topic that I had so many messages about over the last couple of weeks and months, and I really felt like I have to address this topic to everyone that's following my channel. Um, these days, if you dare to speak out the word investing, if you are talking about Pokemon, you always have two different types of people. You have the first type of people that say that Pokemon can never be seen as some kind of an investment. It's just something for kids, something that has to be accessible, something that has to be cheap, something that has to be easy to buy. And I totally understand those type of people. I'm not going to say that's the first thing that I want to say before I'm going to start this video off. It's the first thing that I want to say. Everything that I say inside of this video, I keep in mind that each and every product that is newly being released is of course being released for kids. And still the Pokemon hobby, I'm going to make an entire video about it very shortly. I think that this entire hobby still is based on the attention, everything that kids like about Pokemon, really the drive to collect sets, the drive to play the video games, everything that is about Pokemon. I really think this is still the foundation of Pokemon that we have to build on for future years to come. But that being said, I think that we have to also acknowledge, and it's something that a lot of people are missing out at this point, that Pokemon at first, it is really a franchise, really something that has been released for kids. But on the other hand, we also see that very adult collectors are coming inside of this hobby. I'm one of them, you're one of them probably if you're watching this video, because my channel is normally not very focused on kids. So I think it's normal that a hobby evolves from that. I mean, you can say that at first Pokemon is a hobby for children. Is it true or not? You have to decide for yourself. I think at first it actually is, but that doesn't mean that a hobby like this, a hobby like Pokemon, doesn't give opportunities to invest to for also more mature collectors, adult collectors. I really think that each and every hobby, if a couple of years ago you would have said that video game collecting was not a thing, you could not make money from collecting vintage video games. On today, if you see the prices of some video games, even the Pokemon games, even Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, if you see the price tag on them, if you are able to find them in sealed condition and mint sealed condition, maybe even graded, you will have to pay a pretty decent price for that. And the nicest thing is, or the most thing that you have to really put your attention to, is that the prices on today seem very much, but if you compare it with some old Mario games, if you compare it to some really vintage other video games, you can actually see that these prices are not that crazy yet. I really see those prices, if the Pokemon hobby is still yet to continue throughout the years, I really still see the price of these video games actually increase even more. That being said, I really don't mean any harm. I'm also a collector myself. I open product. I have to be honest, I buy product also to invest in for later. I'm not a flipper, I'm not a scalper. I buy multiple products. Yes, I open a lot of them. I keep some for my own collection. I keep some sealed for later. But that doesn't mean that I'm someone that will be going to a supermarket or will be going to a toy shop and will be buying each and every product that I actually see. I'm not doing that. I always put in pre-orders. I buy with different web shops. If you don't want to, if you are also someone like me that just wants to give people opportunity to also still find more than enough product to actually buy for themselves, just make the same strategy as that I do. Just buy for yourself what you really want to open on release. If you want to have something sealed in your collection, I also do that. Buy something more for your own sealed collection. Don't buy to just resell immediately. It only harms the hobby. You will be only making a pretty small amount of profit. If you are inside of this hobby, I cannot say this, but if you are in this hobby really to make money, the best thing is that act like a normal investor. And that means that I'm also buying stocks. I'm buying Bitcoin. I'm buying a lot of different things that I think, I'm not sure, I think that will actually hold some value for the future and can actually potentially increase in value to build some wealth, to build some nice amount of money for the future. I'm doing the same with Pokemon, yes, because I believe in this hobby. I believe it will actually be able to still grow throughout the year. So I actually do it myself also, but I'm not so one that will be buying as I see you in front of you, as you see in front of you, sorry, these build and battle kits from like Battle Styles. I'm not going to buy 10 of these build and battle kits to just keep 5 for me and flip 5 for double the price that is on release. I'm not going to do that. So I think that's, if you really want to see yourself as an investor and if you really care about this hobby, buy products. Yes, of course, why not? Everyone is buying products and everyone will love to have multiple products of a certain item. So for sure buy it, but then just don't buy it to flip it. If that's what you want, just get also give also other people the opportunity to actually purchase those items, and keep some for your own collection, keep some for investment purposes, but then actually also hold them for a pretty decent amount of time. That's what I want to say before we get started inside of this video. And now we go to the subject of this video, because I got a little bit away from the normal track that I wanted to have. How investable are pre-release kits? A couple of years ago, if you asked people inside of this hobby what the best item was to invest in, everyone would have said booster boxes. And I totally understand that booster boxes are still a fantastic item to invest in, a fantastic item to have in your collection. Yes, I know the art of the booster boxes throughout the years went a little bit off. It's not so fantastic, it's not so detailed anymore as it was in the Wizards of the Coast time frame, but still those boxes are doing great. I also try to purchase from each and every set at least one nice sealed booster box to keep inside of my collection. I think they make a very nice display item, so I really still think that they are good items to collect. That being said, afterwards people went to look more and more for the Elite Trainer boxes, those ETBs. Up until like 1.5 years ago, they were never reprinted, so I totally understand the investment purpose besides those boxes. As of today, I will not say that those boxes are not investable anymore, because they actually still are. The problem with that is that Pokemon already decided to do reprints from these ETBs, and that's something that you have to keep in mind. Again, I don't say that those ETBs are not investable anymore. They cannot grow in value anymore. What I'm actually saying is that you have to keep in mind from now on that each and every ETB that will be released can actually be reprinted. The biggest chance that you have for an ETB to become reprinted is a special set. We saw it with Shining Fates, we saw it with we saw it at first with Hidden Fates, we saw it with Champion's Path, and now we see it also with Shining Fates. So each and every of these special sets will have another reprint, multiple reprints actually, and also those ETBs are actually being reprinted. The question that I had already a lot of times now, will also Vivid Voltage see a reprint? Will we have reprints of the ETBs from Battle Styles, from future sets to come? It's extremely hard to say, because those ETBs are a little bit less desirable. They don't have a unique promo card in them. If you ask me, I think that Pokemon could actually reprint them. They would have it easier to reprint those type of ETBs than they would have it with reprinting Shining Fates, Hidden Fates, and Champion's Path, because you have that unique promo card. That being said, I really don't know. It's also a bit depending on the popularity of the product, and still for Pokemon it's always the easiest thing to do is reprinting booster boxes. I think that has been the main strategy for a lot of years. If they want to make a reprint, they reprint booster boxes, because it's very easy. They only have to print the packaging of the booster box, and they have to reprint the packs and the cards inside of them. If they want to give out more ETBs, you have to do more of these special sleeves, you have to do these coins, you have to do the dices, you have to do really everything, the packaging, you have to do everything that is making this ETB a special item. So I think that For future years, I'm not exactly sure they are going to reprint really the ETBs from each and every set. I think, from my opinion, Pokemon will actually stay with reprinting only the ETBs from the special sets, like we had Champions Path and now with Shining Fates and Hidden Fates, of course, also before. So that's what I think. I can be mistaken, but that's my opinion for it. So if you have a different opinion, always be welcome to let me know in the comments. Of course, I always like to hear your thoughts, and we can maybe discuss this topic further on in the comments. That being said, if you like this video, guys, I know that I don't say it a lot. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And of course, consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more content like this. Yet again, we go back to the topic, how investable are pre-release kits. As for now, with the reprints of the ETBs from all these Pokemon sets, I think that if you were looking for an item that's very affordable, because these build and battle kits or pre-release kits, or how you want to call them, they are very limited. They are only given out for a very short amount of time. So I think if you are going to compare them with a lot of other items inside of this hobby, also, yes, with the ETBs, I think these are way more rare items, and it's very shocking, very rare that all these years these boxes still stayed so much under the radar from collectors, because they have a nice looking art, they are nice display items, they feature a unique promo card with a special stamp on it, they have actually packs in it. It's really strange that throughout all these years, a lot of these boxes, not all, we are going to see it later in this video, but a lot of these boxes actually didn't depreciate in value. As for now, I really still believe if you are someone that is actually wanting to collect special Pokemon items, more special Pokemon items, very limited items, I think that these pre-release kits are actually something that you should consider to add to your collection. First of all, the most expensive of all of these build and battle kits, or the pre-release kits from the last couple of years, is of course Vivid Voltage. And there is one reason for that, and that's that you can actually pull the Charizard card with, of course, the unique Vivid Voltage stamp on it. That being said, if you look at the value of this card at this moment, the value goes all the way from 125 to 200 euros. Of course, the state of the card is determined how much money you can ask for it. For the pre-release kit, we still see prices like stagnating around 100 to 125 euros. And that's not only, I mean, look at the box. First of all, before we are going to talk further, look at this box. Look how nice the art on this box actually looks. You have a nice Zarut on it. It's a new Pokemon, first time appeared inside of this Vivid Voltage set in English. So I really think that it has some very nicely unique art over it. It's a great display item, but the value from this item, if it would have not obtained the possibility to have Charizard or Lugia, because also Lugia at this moment is also pretty expensive, if it would have not have given you the opportunity, the possibility to pull the Charizard or the Lugia card, you would have never seen a price of 100 euro or maybe even more for this kit. For sure not so shortly after it has been released. So the only reason that this kit is actually worth so much is the possibility that you can actually have this Charizard card. So okay, imagine guys, we are going to forget everything. We are going to forget everything that I've said so far inside of this video. So the only thing that actually makes the value of this box is the possibility to pull a Charizard card with a special Vivid Voltage stamp on it. I like the card. I'm not going to say that I really like the card. I think it's a nice looking art. The stamp looks great on it. I'm sure it will appreciate in value pretty much over time, so I'm not going to tear apart this card. But what I don't understand is, take this card away and this box would immediately drop in value, maybe to 50, 60, 75 euro. It would lose, but from 25 to maybe even 50% of its value that it has actually on today. This value is not based on the product itself. It's not based on the fact that you are able to obtain something sealed, something unique, something rare, something that's very limited. It's just based on the fact that you can actually pull this special Charizard promo card in it. And again, as much as I actually love this Charizard card, this is not right. It's not right. These products deserve more than a price being only based on the type of card that you can actually pull from it. If you keep these boxes sealed and you keep them for a longer term and a couple of years, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, maybe 5 years, but at some point people are going to look for this, they are not going to find it, and the amount of product from this that you have available on the market will be extremely limited, and people that are actually willing to sell this item will ask a very high price for it, because you will not have an alternative for it. For sure not if these cards are actually still going to increase in value, which for sure a Charizard will do, but I also see the Lugia still raise in price. So for sure, if these type of cards are still going to raise in value, you will see a more integer, a more big appreciation for this type of boxes. But still, as I mentioned before, I understand that these cards drive the price up from this type of boxes, but even besides this card, even if this card would have not been it and you would have a Caterpie, a Pidgey, a Weedle, and I don't know, let's say a Jigglypuff in it, still I think that these boxes should have a certain limit, a certain minimum price over them, because a lot of times I see them being sold way too cheap. It doesn't make any sense for products that are so limited, that are so nice to display, that actually obtain so good value, that they are being priced so cheap in the aftermarket, after the pre-release period, of course, has been finished. That's the first thing that I wanted to say, but we are going to continue more because I still have more to. And that brings me to the very big and maybe even the only exception that you have inside of this entire hobby so far. If you are going to look on the side of your screen, you're going to see two different type of products from the exact same Pokemon set. On the right side, you have the booster box from Evolutions, and on the left side, you have the pre-release or the Build and Battle kit. What you immediately will see is that the price level of both at this moment is pretty much the same. The booster box go for a price of €1,000, and the exact same thing also goes for the pre-release kit or the Build and Battle kit, which is also going for €1,000. This clearly states what I want to address inside of this video, that it's not always and not only about the type of card that you can find inside of this box. If you're going to compare both products, you know that in an Evolutions booster box you have way more packs than that you have inside of this pre-release kit. The only difference is that in this pre-release kit you have this unique stamped promo card of Evolutions, which also of course is a possibility to pull the Charizard that you have to keep in mind. On the other hand, we can also see that this box sealed, if you can actually have it sealed, not open but sealed, it actually has the exact same value on today as this booster box. And why is that? Not only because the possibility to pull this Charizard, but also because people start to notice that these type of boxes are really rare. If you are trying to find booster boxes of Evolutions, you don't have to believe me, just try to look for yourself on eBay, on different second-hand websites, whatever you like, whatever your buzz is about, I don't know, but try to find booster boxes of Evolutions and try to find these pre-release kits. You will find booster boxes of Evolutions all day. You would have to pay at this moment a very big price, yes of course, but you will find them all day. If I want, I can purchase today 10, 20, 30 booster boxes of Evolutions without any problem. If I would want to do the exact same thing with the pre-release kits from Evolutions, I would have a gigantic problem, and that's exactly what I want to say. Even though both products has the exact same price level at this moment, you can not say that both products are equally rare, because it's not true. Evolutions booster boxes have been printed into oblivion. On today, they have a price tag of €1,000, which I still think is overrated. I'm sorry, I know I will get a lot of bad comments, but I still think that this price is really totally overrated. But on the other hand, a product that's so rare, that's really being given out only in so limited amount of quantities, actually also have the same amount of money that you have to pay for it. So both products have a price tag of 1000 euro. And I understand all the variables. I understand that you get so much more packs inside of an Evolutions booster box. I understand that you have way less booster packs inside of these pre-release kits, but you have the unique promo card. But it's not about that. It's just about the fact that Evolutions has gained so much interest, and I totally understand it's the reprint from the original Pokemon sets. It's extremely popular. It has so many things going for it. I'm also a big fan of it. But this slide only, even if you forget all the rest of my video, this slide only makes clear that not only the booster boxes have gigantic potential to raise in price, but the exact same thing also goes for the build and battle kits. And maybe in 5 to 10 years, it will be Vivid Voltage kits, or it will be, I don't know, Rebel Clash kits, or it will be whatever that you think it can be. But this slide makes sure that these type of products actually have a very good potential, a very good financial potential, a very nice potential as a collectible for the future. I really think that it's overseen way too much by collectors. It's very focused on players, I understand that also, but I really think that it has a lot of potential also for collectors, not only on today, but for sure in the years to come, because at this moment I really think that this product is very underrated. Next up inside of this video, I just want to give you another example from a kit that I think that it's really a nice item to invest in at this moment. It already appreciated in price pretty decently. At the moment that it was released on the market, you could obtain it for a price around 30 euro. At this moment, you see the date in the above of the slide. So it has been released on the 3rd of August 2018. At that moment, it was 25 to 30 euro on the market. At this moment, it goes for a price starting around 70 euro if you are going to buy it on second-hand markets. I also actually have the kit myself. Again, I want to say that this art on this kit, you have Rayquaza on it, which is a very popular Pokemon. The art on this kit already itself makes it an extremely good and nice display item. So I really think that if you are a sealed collector, you have to obtain this, you have to get this inside of your sealed collection. If you are just someone that wants to invest in the Pokemon hobby, this is an item that you cannot miss. It's very limited. It has everything going for it. It has unique stamped promo cards in it. Every type of Pokemon collector, if you ask me, actually should take a look to these type of items and should at least consider to add them to their collection. And believe me, if you are going to buy them for a couple of sets, if you are going to display them together next to each other, you will actually have a fantastic addition to your collection for sure. Then, of course, that brings us to the last part of this video. I think that I will hit a lot of people against the edges, or I don't know how you have to say that in English exactly, but I really think that the only point that I want to make inside of this video is that we are so very focused on two different types of items, and I put them especially a little bit smaller in this last slide of this video. We are very focused as a collector, for sure as a sealed collector, on booster boxes and on ETBs. And I really, don't get me wrong, I really love these type of items. I do collect them also myself, but I really honestly believe if you're looking at the amount of quantity from these products and you are going to compare it with the amount of quantity from a pre-release or a build and battle kit, I really believe that there is so much potential inside of these kits, so much more than people actually see on today. And if it's a battle styles kit, if it's a Vivid Voltage kit, I really think that each and every build and battle kit will have a lot of potential, a lot of growth for the coming years and for the future to come. Of course, I also know that the type of card that you can actually pull inside of these kits is actually also influencing the value that will be given to those kits. I don't say that it doesn't matter at all, because I know that it actually does matter. But that being said, even though you can only pull the most crappiest cards out of those kits, still those kits in general, if you keep them sealed, they also hold some very unique aspect over them, and I really think that not only on today but also in the years to come, they can actually make a pretty decent addition to your collection, not only for displaying purposes but also if you want to maybe get some more profit out of your hobby. Guys and girls, that was this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you still have more questions about the subject, leave them in the comments. If you have a different opinion about it than I have, also leave it in the comments. If you like this video, please consider not only giving it a thumbs up, but also subscribing to my channel. It really helps me to stay, how you have to say that, to stay very motivated to actually provide you with a lot of more content. For now, I really thank you for watching, and I would love to see you again in my next videos. Thank you. Bye bye.